All of these women have been waiting in line for hours just for a chance to meet homicide detective Paul Holes. And no, he doesn't just play one on TV. Paul Holes is a real-life homicide detective who helped crack the Golden State Killer case earlier this summer. The Golden State Killer is one of the most notorious serial killers and rapists of all time. It's up there with the Zodiac Killer. And almost immediately after that first breaking news conference, Paul Holes became a sex symbol for the true crime genre.
But I had no clue that it was such a popular thing today, and in particular, the demographic is so geared over towards the female audience. And that to me is a mystery. I don't understand that.
The Investigation Discovery Network launched in 2008, and today it's the third most watched TV network among women aged 25 to 54.
Kenda is back with an all-new season.
I would never lie.
See the outrageous ways women get rid of their cheating spouses.
I just can't take it anymore.
Swamp Murders, all-new series premieres Tuesday, June 4th at 10 on Investigation Discovery.
If you've ever scrolled through the iTunes podcast store, you know that true crime consistently dominates the top 50 podcasts. And even though 56% of total podcast listeners are men, women make up more than 70% of true crime listeners.
But if you think about that, it's kind of sensible. Who buys mystery novels? Women do. Who bought the Police Gazette back in the 20s? Women did. It's always been true generationally that women are interested in violent behavior. As to why that's true, I have no idea.
Now it's so easy for women to go online and find other women that love true crime just as much as they do. There are true crime festivals happening all across the country. This is in Washington, D.C., where thousands of women came out to watch live tapings of some of their favorite true crime podcasts. It gives them a safe space to talk about things like murder and rape and other horrifying things that haven't always been acceptable social conversation.
Well, I think there's a real fascination with what it's like to encounter some of the worst of humanity day in and day out as your job.
Zibby and I believe that everybody has a story, and I think most people think their story isn't that interesting, and most people are absolutely wrong. Like, they're all wrong, in fact. Your story is so interesting.
I mean, I walk around with probably an innate sense of fear that men may not have just by nature of my position on the planet. And so to watch and observe these things is a way to sort of continue into the unknown and maybe, just maybe know a little bit what to look for.
Every day, 2 to 3 women in the U.S. are murdered by their partner or an ex, and their stories make up a significant portion of the true crime genre. So, what does it all mean? We'll find out the answer to that in part 2 of our Women in True Crime series, where we take a deep dive into the psychology behind the fascination.